When I heard Disney was finally bringing X-Men into the MCU, I was really stoked, and then I remembered why I stopped buying tickets to Disney Marvel movies in the first place, and now I'm once again annoyed. Hi y'all, SnarkyJay cosplay here. Before we complain about my half-inaccurate rogue cosplay, there's no way that I was going to get into the whole thing for a 6-minute YouTube video, alright chief? So let's settle down. This week we got some big news about the fact that the X-Men are officially joining the MCU, and we're gonna talk about that in just a few minutes. Now it seems like this big push for the X-Men in the MCU comes from the success of X-Men 97. It's on Disney Plus, and literally everybody and their mother is talking about it. I have avoided watching it and have avoided spoilers because I want to binge watch all of it. But X-Men 97 has reinvigorated the love that a lot of fans had for the X-Men. Now Disney Marvel reacquired the rights to all the X-Men characters back in 2019 when Disney bought 21st Century Fox. And since then we've gotten quite a few different teasers that have sort of hinted at the mutants becoming part of the MCU. Of course, we got a huge cameo in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, where Patrick Stewart's Charles Xavier made an appearance in a multiverse sort of thing. Mutants were also mentioned in 2022's Miss Marvel, and we also got a cameo in the post-credit scene for The Marvels. Kelsey Grammer appeared as the Beast. All of that, coupled with that huge success of X-Men 97, has really driven the X-Men into a place in fandom that they really haven't been in years. Not to mention the fact that Deadpool and Wolverine is coming out, and we're officially getting a Wolverine that doesn't suck. So things for the X-Men are really looking up, and that's why it seems like Disney Marvel is making a big push to start talking more and more about the X-Men to keep our interest right where it is. According to Deadline, Marvel has finally found the screenwriter that's going to introduce the X-Men into the MCU, and that is none other than Michael Leslie. Michael Leslie is a British playwright and screenwriter, and he's got a few film credits to his name. Back in 2015, Leslie was the driving force behind Macbeth, starring Michael Fassbender. Of course, Macbeth is a film adaptation of a Shakespeare play that was then rewritten by two other people and then rewritten by Leslie. So it's not like he was the only guy that wrote that one. Let's just leave that. Then in 2016, he wrote the script for the Assassin's Creed movie. That movie was an enormous piece of shit. Now it is worth noting that Leslie wrote the original script, and that original script was then reworked by like 2 or 3 other writers. So it's possible that the disaster that that movie is not entirely Leslie's fault. And then in 2023, Leslie co-wrote The Hunger Games, A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which is a movie based on an overrated young adult novel series, and it received pretty middling reviews as it is. So look, I can't say I'm 100% devastated by this news. It's not like Leslie has anything overtly offensive under his belt, right? It's not like when they got Robert Rodriguez to do the Book of Boba Fett, and for some reason I felt like that was a good idea, but I totally forgot that he'd written Spy Kids and a bunch of other stupid nonsense.
Do you think God stays in heaven because he too lives in fear of what he's created?
This guy could still be good, but it concerns me that he doesn't really have a lot of writing credits to reference, and 2 of them are not all that great, especially Assassin's Creed. And if he had enough to do with the original script that remained in the f***ing garbage bag of a movie we got, then I don't know how much hype I have that this is the guy that's doing the screenwriting for the MCU to finally have the X-Men involved. And there's so much riding on them eventually making good content so that we can eventually go back to watching MCU projects with joy and not like nail-biting disdain and concern. But I don't want to be all doom and gloom about this. While I am worried about exactly who's screenwriting it, and I'm super concerned with what Disney's been doing lately, the fact that they did such a great job with X-Men 97 is always great news. The fact that so many people are really enjoying that series, and the fact that Deadpool and Wolverine, which is set to release in the next month and a half, looks like it's gonna be as good as it is, makes me think that maybe Disney is turning everything around and the MCU isn't gonna be a complete show. Remains to be seen. And that's all from me. I've been SnarkyJay. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. For more SnarkyJay, catch me on Twitch every Tuesday and Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. EST. You can also check me out on Instagram. And if you'd like to support me, this channel, and my content creation, do check out and consider subscribing to my Patreon for exclusive photo shoot sets and content. I will add links to all of those in the description below. And let me know your thoughts about the X-Men coming to the MCU in the comments below.